Dissecting Sin by 9 Inch Nails, a dark exploration of desire, power, and guilt sin. It's released in 1989 as the third single from 9 Inch Nails' debut album, Pretty Hate Machine. It's a searing industrial rock track that explores the complex entanglement of desire, control, guilt, and emotional conflict. Written by Trent Reznor, the song dives into themes of obsession and self-loathing, framed by pulsating synths, grinding guitars, and emotionally charged vocals. With its raw energy and layered meaning, Sin has become one of the band's early defining works and a snapshot of Reznor's artistic vision during the rise of industrial music in the mainstream. Musical style and structure. Musically, Sin blends electronic and industrial rock elements that were emerging in popularity at the time. The song opens with a cold mechanical rhythm, setting a tone of tension and discomfort. A distorted guitar riff joins the electronic beat, giving the track its aggressive edge. Reznor's vocals are relatively subdued in the verses, but erupt with passion in the chorus, reflecting the internal conflict portrayed in the lyrics. The use of synthesizers, samples, and layered production techniques is notable. Adonora was influenced by bands like Ministry and Skinny Puppy, but gave the genre a more melodic, emotionally resonant touch. The song conveys a tension between the desire to submit and the need to dominate, reflecting how intertwined pain and pleasure can become when emotions turn toxic. By turning the word sign into a central motif, Reznor challenges the listener to question what it means to be pure or corrupt. In a world where control and exploitation are normalized, there's a spiritual undertone to the use of the word sin, suggesting not only wrongdoing in a moral or religious sense, but also personal guilt and shame. The act of giving purity and having it stolen implies deep regret and a sense of violation. Its aggressive energy and personal vulnerability helped shape industrial rock's place in the 1990s music landscape. Reznor's raw, confessional lyrics and the industrial sound of 9 Inch Nails appealed to listeners who felt alienated, angry, or emotionally conflicted. The song, like much of Pretty Hate Machine, became a voice for a generation that questioned authority and rejected clean-cut ideals. Sin Dosin T just aim for shock value. It creates a mood of brooding introspection beneath the aggression. Lyrical analysis. The lyrics of Sin revolve around betrayal, lust, shame, and a loss of control. Through its haunting lyrics, layered production, and intense performance, the song invites listeners to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves and their desires. It stands as a landmark in Trent Reznor's career and a compelling early expression of the emotional and sonic depth that 9 Inch Nails would become known for. Reznor addresses a person, possibly a lover, possibly himself, with venom and vulnerability. The opening lines set the tone. You give me the reason, you give me control-y. Gave you my purity. My purity you stole. These lines suggest an imbalanced relationship, one in which innocence or emotional integrity has been taken away, perhaps willingly, perhaps under manipulation. Themes, power, desire, and guilt at its core, Sin explores the destructive cycles of power in human relationships. The song also reflects the 1990s growing disillusionment with authority, purity, and traditional morality. Cultural context and legacy. Sin was released at a time when alternative music was beginning to challenge the mainstream dominance of pop and glam metal. Although Closer and Hurt would later become more iconic songs, Sin laid the groundwork for 9 Inch Nails' thematic exploration of emotional darkness, sexuality, and inner torment. Conclusion. Sin by 9 Inch Nails is more than just an angry anthem. It's a carefully crafted exploration of power, pain, and moral conflict.